How can I tell if a relationship is meant for me?
See, every relationship is meant for us. There is nothing in the world that you come across, whether in relationships, people, events, circumstances, no matter what it is, whatever you come across in your life, it is meant for you. It is a customized experience designed by, whether you want to call it God or existence. It is a customized experience designed specifically for you, for your what do you say, your soul's journey. So every relationship that we have in our life, it is meant for us. Some relationships give us more happiness, some relationships test us, some relationships give us a lot of strife, and some don't matter or they teach us something about life. But every relationship, whether it is in the form of a parent, children, friends, like your spouses, whatever it is, they're all meant specifically for you.
Why is there a recurring pattern in all my relationships? I have the same problems again and again.
See, in Ayurveda, there is something called Vata dosha. So, Vata dosha is the dosha or problems created by the wind, right? So, specifically, if we are eating a lot of nuts, it causes Vata dosha. So, people who have predispositions for, like gas and bloating, so these kind of people, you should not eat a lot of nuts. Some nuts and some, uh, you know, one basic level is good. But if you're eating a lot of nuts, you will have gas and bloating and all kinds of problems. Similarly, it's not going to change. Similarly, if you have some certain problems in your life and you're eating a lot of nuts, you know what I mean? So if you continue to eat nuts, you will have Vata dosha. Similarly, if you don't change your actions, the reactions will always be there. They might come in different forms. Suppose you are a control freak and you want to dominate the relationship and have everything happen as per your desire. So there is going to be repercussions. There is going to be a reaction from your partner, right? From the person you are in relationship with. So if you're continuously going to be, self-driven, selfish, dominating, and controlling, each person that you will be with will react in a different way. But a reaction is always going to end in strife and pain. So the important thing is to understand that the patterns that you see are caused by your own tendencies. Until you become aware of your own predispositions, become aware of your own behavioral patterns, you will not be able to transcend these things that happen in relationships. So let me give you a brief example. I have a friend who is in usually in victim mode. This person behaves badly with me. This person is abusing me. This person treats me like a doormat. Continuously, she has been in relationships where she has been the victim, right? And so the point is, she has deeply identified herself as a victim. So this victim mentality has come over. So somehow subconsciously, because of her identification of her own self as a victim, she seeks people who emotionally victimize her. You know what I mean? She seeks people who will abuse her or who will scold her or curse her or take undue advantage of her. This is because she has identified herself as a victim. So, and every time she is victimized, her ego is strengthened by this action or by this act, by this relationship. She's like, every time she is strengthening this ego, saying, "Oh my God, I am being victimized. Oh my God, I am a victim. Everybody is bad. I am good." So we seek out those things in life as well when we have a certain self image of our own self, of who we are.
How can I practice detachment in a way that doesn't feel cold or disconnected, especially with people I deeply care about?
See, detachment has nothing to do with being cold or not loving a person, deeply, or not caring about a person deeply. You can be completely detached and yet love the person to the best of your ability, right? See, detachment only means that you are not feeling entitled. I love somebody. Now, this person should love me back the way I love her. This is entitlement. This love has klesha. This love is soiled with expectations. So, whenever you are in love, or whenever you love people, or whenever you are affectionate towards people, or you have a friendly relationship with people, or you do something for the other, you are always, if you are deeply embedded in the idea of doership, that I am doing this for this person, but he is not appreciative. She is not appreciative of my actions. She doesn't care about the amount of effort I'm putting in this relationship. So, continuously you're acting because of self interest. You're acting because if I do this today, I can expect the same tomorrow. So, this is only attachment. This attachment causes a sense of entitlement, saying, because I've given so much into this relationship, now that person has to give me back so much or more. All right. So that entitlement comes because of the sense of doership. The doership is, I am doing this, I am good, I am a good person, I am giving love, why is she not giving me back love, why is she not doing this to me? So this sense of doership exists. And as long as the doership exists, selfishness exists in your actions, in your relationship. When you become self-centered, the other person also has no other option. Naturally, instinctively, they also become self-centered and selfish. When you give freely, when you give out of your own volition, not out of expectation, then that love is pure and it reaches to the depths of the heart of the person you are interacting with. Like a mother's love. See, mother's love is pure. Mother's love, for an infant, what can the infant give? Right? The mother pours out love because it is nature's instinct. You know, nature, not just in human beings, but mothers across different animal species or whatever, they are always taking care of their children, and they give love as it's a product of nature, so to say. So this is a pure sort of love, right? And every child who has experienced some amount of love from the mother is deeply, you know they are deeply in love with the mothers, and they will do anything to safeguard this love and to safeguard their mother, to protect her, because this love is pure. Only when your love is pure, you can reach the heart of the other person, you can touch the heart of the other person. If you're constantly working with selfishness, it is not reaching that. So it is not love. If love with entitlement, love with attachment is not love at all.
How to cultivate unconditional love in relationships?
See, there is only one type of love, that is unconditional. If there are conditions to love, then it is not love, it is a transaction. I will do this for you, you have to do this for me. I love you. Suppose I am a parent, I say, I love you, I'm going to give you an education. Once you start working, I need a part of your salary. I need you to take care of me in my old age. This is transactional, this is not love. In a relationship, I will say, with your wife, you can say, I love you, so you must listen to me, you must obey me, or you must do the things that I want you to do. You must behave the way I want you to behave. So this is not love. This conditional love is not love at all. It is a transaction, right? Unconditional love is not specific to a person also. See, when you're full of love, when you're acting freely, what is love? When you act freely, when there are no separations. See, love is, now when we say love, it's me and you. There is a separation, right? I am here and you are there, and I seek to become one with this person. I seek to embrace this person. That is love. Whether it is not, I'm not talking only romantic relationships, any sort of relationship. So, love, unconditional love is not even specific to a person. Why are we loving only one person? See, children of the world are cute. Children of the world are innocent. Children of the world are full of innocence and full of joy and laughter. But why do we love only our children? You get what I mean? Similarly, beauty is all around. See, beauty is all around, but we seek to love only the wife. You get it? See, mothers of the world are beautiful. Mothers of the world are compassionate. But you love only your mother, right? Because of the sense of doership. It is conditional. Even this love is conditional because of the sense of doership. This is me, and everything is that is connected with me. First degree. First degree is my mother, my father, my sister, my siblings, my friends. My father is the best. My friends are the best. My wife is the best. My children are the best. I love my children because I and mine. So when we have deep attachment towards I, the natural progression is to mine, right? And then it becomes theirs, right? So the main attachment of man is I and mine. See, in movies, in Bollywood movies also, you will see a heroine of the movie marrying a poor man, right? He might be a rickshaw driver, taxi driver, or you might see, usually we'll see that there are status differences and all that. But in real world, what do you see? Who are these heroines marrying? Why a person of that class, generally speaking, why don't they actually marry, below their strata in real life? Why are they all married to millionaires? Because it's, in a way, I'm not blaming them, I'm not calling, it might be, there might be cultural differences and all that, but because to safeguard, to protect your interests, I'm living a certain lifestyle, I want to continue living in that lifestyle, where which lower middle class individual cannot provide provide. So it is to a large extent transactional. It is not true love. They might love, they might have affection, but that affection and that love is based on their self interest. As long as the other individual is supporting the self interest, they are strengthening your ego, they're boosting your ego, they're giving you love, they're giving you attention, they are giving you something in return. Can you love without getting anything back in return? Right? Even your children, suppose they don't care about you, can you still love them? Right? It's transactional. If they don't listen to you, they don't obey you, or they're going against your ideology, then suddenly where is that love? So it's transactional. That is not love. Only unconditional love is loving for the sake of loving.
Suppose one person in a relationship grows spiritually faster than the other, how can we navigate the resulting distance or misunderstandings?
See, I have a good friend. They're a couple, actually, good friends. They're a couple, and both are on the spiritual path, right? And I talk to them quite often about their spiritual path. And the wife is always complaining that the husband cannot keep up with her progress, and she seeks for him to do the things that she is doing. So she does japa, she's meditating, she's doing a lot of things, and the husband doesn't show as much interest. He is also on the spiritual path, but he doesn't seem to be so passionate or going at it at the same vigor with which she is going. My advice to her is, you focus on your path, right? Whatever you have to do in your life or your spiritual path, you focus on that. Don't have to focus on your husband or your brother or your father, mother. Generally, this is the issue between couples. The husband is very interested, or the wife is very interested in the guru or in the ashram or in spiritual practices, and the other one is always complaining, saying she's not focusing enough on her duties as a wife or as a husband, whatever. So this is the thing. My advice is, first thing is, never ignore your duties, never ignore your responsibilities. See that it is not dharma. You practicing, if you are married and you have children, abandoning your husband, abandoning your children, going away to the ashram for 15 days, 20 days, whatever it is, doing some courses, doing some satsang, kirtan. This is not spiritual practice. In the midst of the material world, in the midst of samsara, in your house, while you are uh, involved in your daily activities, whether you're working in your office or you're a housewife, regardless of what it is. In the midst of samsara, you should practice spirituality. See, anybody can go to a resort and a spiritual resort and sit silently and attain peace for 4 days. It is borrowed peace, it is not real peace. Real peace is here. So similarly, we should never impose our ideas on the other person and say this person also should do what I am doing. I am very spiritual. This kind of ego is like a lemon. No matter how much you squeeze the lemon, the juice is still there. There's some parts. So this ego is like a lemon. It's very difficult to squeeze out this ego. You get what I mean? It is not easy. So we should never have spiritual ego that I am spiritual. My husband is not spiritual. My wife is not spiritual. My children are not interested in these things. This ego is very bad. Only focus on your path and do what is needed, what your guru has told you, or what you need to do. Only focus on that. This is not co-living, coexistence, and co-path where you are coordinating with the other person. How many repetitions of japa have you done? No. Focus on only your thing. You have no business in intruding into other people's spiritual path.
Are relationships meant for growth or to enjoy the fruits of our karma?
It is meant for growth. It is meant to enjoy the fruits of karma. See, the fruits of karma are both bitter and sweet. So it is not necessary that one person will only give you bitter fruits and somebody else will give you only sweet fruits. In that sweetness also there is some bitterness. In that bitterness also there will be an aftertaste of some sweetness. So no matter how troublesome a person is, see, what are relationships? The other person that is standing in front of you is a mirror. What you see in him or in this person is your own reflection. So when you see that person and you are angry, that anger is not caused by that person. It is a reflection of what is within you. If there is no anger within you, then why are you getting angry? He is only bringing out or showing to you your own faces. So if you are feeling very angry when you look at a person, never blame other person. Say he is making me angry. He is making me angry. Right? That anger is within you. He is only showing you your true face, your tendencies, your karma that you have not worked out. So whenever you see a person and you get angry or you get irritated, agitated, right? People have this. It is whether it is your boss, your wife, or your mother-in-law, whatever it is, your friends. Sometimes we look at that person, we are jealous because jealousy is within you. He is not giving you jealousy. Jealousy is within you, it is arising in you, looking at that person. Hatred, right? So the other person is only a reflection of who you are, and they are meant to show you your tendencies. And this helps us by becoming aware of our tendencies, we can transcend them. By not becoming aware and acting upon them, we are stuck more in samsara. So these relationships are instruments of both liberation and bondage. The choice is with you which one you want. It is not that one person will offer you liberation and another person bondage. It is embedded in all relationships. The choice is up to you. You choose whether you want freedom, you want peace, joy, or you want bondage, you want samsara, you want to suffer. It is your own call.
How can we liberate ourselves from the weight of past relationships and attachments?
See, when I'm working, I have a working desk, and in front of my desk, I have a slate, a black slate. And if anybody sees it, there is nothing written on it. Every day I come, I don't pray to any god or anything before I work. I'll just come and I look at this clean slate in front of my desk. And when I see the clean slate, it reminds me that I'm starting afresh. No matter what achievements I have done in the past, or no matter the failures, every day I'm starting with a clean slate. Similarly, when we are in relationships, we must start with a clean slate. Erase all the things of the past. See, the past has made you the person you are today. When we say erase, I mean don't judge this person based on somebody else's mistakes, right? Somebody has made some mistake, but now you are going to judge this person based on their mistakes. That is not necessary. Enter that relationship with an open mind, with an open heart, with a clean slate, and value it. Give it time. See, relationships nowadays, everything has to happen fast. It's like we're used to scrolling on Instagram or whatever, and we think this is only life. We are swiping right and left on dating apps and all that, and we want to make, in that split second, we want to make a decision on who we should be dating, who we should be in a relationship, who we should marry. So relationships, it needs time. And one more thing is, people, see, relationships need time to decide. You need time to decide on the person. And once you're in a relationship, again you need a lot of time to to learn to coexist. If a person agrees with everything you're saying, then that person is not the person for you. See, if both of you don't have any opposing things, then he is not completing you, or he's not helping you grow, right? One person is coy, one person is just perpetuating your own ego building. So we don't want, in a relationship, we don't want the other person to come and build our ego. It's good if sometimes they break our ego and say, no, no, you're wrong. We need to hear that. That is definitely good in relationships.
What is the purpose behind the pain of heartbreak or loss?
When if you go to the gym and you're building muscle, to build muscle, first we lift some weights and all that, and lifting these weights, they damage your muscles. That's what is happening, at a minuscule level. It ends up damaging your muscle tissues and all that, because you have lifted something heavier than you're capable of, or you do something which is normally you don't do. When the repair happens, that is when the growth happens. See, when this muscle is damaged, and then the body comes in and says, "No, I need to heal this, I need to repair this." When it starts repairing the muscle, then suddenly it's become stronger than it was before. Similarly, in relationships, every fight, every failure, every strife makes you stronger. You have to break, and daily you have to break. It's not that one fight I had and it's done. But this is the process of life. See, just one individual sitting in a room just thinking will have so many opposing thoughts. There are so many thoughts fighting against each other just sitting in a room by yourself. Of course, when you're with another person, right, there are going to be opposing thoughts. That is the way of life. So the purpose of heartbreak is learning. Your heart breaks, it becomes stronger. Every time it breaks, it becomes stronger. You learn from life. You learn how to live. You learn how to let go. See, letting go is the secret of life. Only when you learn to let go, it's the law of emptiness. You need to make space within yourself. See, if you are full of ourselves, then you will be full of yourself. You will not have space for any beauty in your life, right? So it's the law of emptiness. You have to make space. And to make space in life, you have to learn to let go. See, constantly we have to let go of the past, the good and the bad. Constantly we have to learn to let go of the past and live in the present moment, not even in anxiety or being anxious about the future. That will also wear you down. That will also trouble you, right? So whether heartbreak or failure, or some failed relationships, this will hurt you as long as you don't let go. As soon as we learn to let go, there is space within you for new relationship, for new experiences. Again, like I said, we have to enter every moment with a clean slate. We have to enter every moment because it's a new moment. See, this moment has not arrived before. It's arriving right now. It's fresh. It's the beginning of a new world. It's the beginning of a new life. So when we don't carry the baggage from the past, we are entering with purity. The possibility for this moment is endless. What you can do in this moment, what you can achieve, what you can experience in this moment is endless if you don't come in with baggage.
And we have one last question. What is the role of karmic bonds in our closest relationships? And how can we identify when a connection is rooted in a past life?
See, past life relationships generally leave a indelible mark in your life. You will know. See, when even when now when you, if I tell you, just close your eyes and just think about maybe one or two people, not your parent, maybe not your spouse, just one or two persons, one or two people, individuals who have made a lasting impression on you, indelible mark. They have done something, good or bad, in whatever sense. They have done something to you which has left a mark on your consciousness, right? They have shaken up your very foundation, or they've changed the way you live, they've changed the way you think, right? So these are the karmic relationships. These people who come in and they've shaken you up to the core. They have changed who you are, right? They have come back in your life to give a present from the past, something they owed you or something you owed them. They've come to take it away from you, take it back from you. So these are those relationships, or these are those individuals we can say are representations of a deep rooted tendency. It could be a past life, it could be multiple, past lives, but basically something very deep rooted. Either they come and uproot your understanding of the universe, understanding of the world, or knowing knowledge of your own self. So these are those relationships. So like I said again, these kind of people who enter your lives, they are there to teach you, they are there to test you, and they are there to open up your path to attain liberation, right? So when they come and they shake you up, again the choice is finally with us. See, when you're shaken up, see, it has happened to me. I was living alone in Mumbai, and a person came and shook up my life. I got so terribly, uh, I was shocked and I was deeply disturbed, very deeply disturbed. And in that moment, there was a moment where I became very severely agitated. And that pain within my heart was so much that I didn't know where to go, what to do, who to seek help from. Nothing. I could have done anything in that moment. I could have jumped. I could have done something terrible. But because I knew I can't go anywhere else, I knew that anything I do, I cannot ease that pain or that sadness in my heart. So I had a thick blanket. I just put it on my head, and I, sunk into my bed, and I asked myself, I wanted to see where this pain is. See, I could have done anything because of the pain. I could have maybe gone on alcohol, or I don't know, hurt myself or hurt something. But in that moment, I just went within myself and I wanted to see where this pain is. Why is it so hard, heavy? Why is it feeling like it is sinking me? Why am I feeling like I'm not able to breathe? Right. So I just put this blanket over my head, as a rug over my head. It was pitch darkness in the afternoon, and Mumbai is a very hot place. I was sweating, but I was trying to, at any cost, look at this pain. Where is this pain coming from? Where is this arising from? And I went. I found it. I found this blob of pain. I found it. It was a heavy sensation in my heart. And I went deep. I went deep. I went deep. Even in that moment, somehow awareness was with me. I was helped by this state of awareness where I went within, and I saw where it is arising from, what it is made up of. Just by witnessing that, within a few moments, maybe 10 minutes or 8, 10 minutes, that whole thing dissipated. See, when that moment, if we don't, give in to weaknesses and become a victim of that moment, see, that moment can affect you, but you can overcome it just by becoming aware. Just by, you have to be bigger than the moment in that space. So I just surrendered to that. I did not fight that sensation. I just surrendered to that sensation, and I went within myself, and I saw this blob of energy, this blob of, sadness, and it just dissipated like a dark cloud. Just rains. And what happens after a dark cloud dissipates? There is great rain, and the entire atmosphere becomes pleasant. It becomes, it was like a celebration. So even for me, my deepest pain and that sadness dissipated and gave me a sense of peace. Even in that state, because of awareness, I was able to reach that state. So similarly, There will be relationships which you feel, or there will be problems, or there will be circumstances that give us tremendous amount of strife. But becoming aware, not becoming a servant to that moment, not losing yourself in that moment, but having the strength to stand and just witness it, you will be able to find not only that you are bigger than these things, but you will be able to utilize this to find out who you really are, your own self.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit like and subscribe for more. With grace and gratitude, see you next time.